All right, hi everybody. Kurt Browning here, director of Stars and Ice, and I'm in Japan. We're setting the show, and so we're going to answer a few of your questions. Here goes. The inspiration this year for the show is, well, the mood comes from the fact that Stars and Ice has been so good to me. It's been my skating home for over 3 decades. I just felt like celebrating. So this year's show is very light, a lot of fun, and the theme is a bunch of skating scientists come to do tests and make experiments on the Stars and Ice cast and on the show and on the audience as well. And so it's a very light, tongue-in-cheek, fun, silly look at the science of skating. Well, I think actors, directors, creative people of any kind, when they ask them, where do your inspirations come from? It comes from the world around you, of course. You know, I close my eyes to music and I see things, movement, ideas. I'm a super curious person and I love getting people to react. So I think my motivation comes from trying to create something that I think I would enjoy, which means that sometimes your work gets a little repetitive, so sometimes you need to think, what would other people enjoy? But this year I'm kind of catering to my own whims, and I'm having a lot of fun as director, and I hope the skaters enjoy the fun and that makes their experience better, which means your experience is better. Oh, what am I excited for the fans to see? Guys, I really hope that you enjoy the humor. I really hope the jokes come across, and I think for me, I hope you get to see your favorite skaters acting and having fun with each other. So their skating will be on display on the ice. That will always be there. But I hope you also see them having fun with their characters as scientists studying skating. I was thinking that I would keep this as a surprise. What Keegan Messing's character is so good that I want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you. I think that's the one thing I think that I'm really excited about. To be very honest, there's a quick story. I wanted to take Keegan's back flip and sort of display it better rather than just having 5 or 6 backflips in the show. I wanted to really find a way to showcase his backflip, and that, wanting to showcase it, wanting to analyze it, wanting to study it, is how the whole idea for the show came. So the whole idea came from Keegan's backflip. Sometimes, for example, you might pick one piece because you really want it, and then that sets a chain of events into place. So the finale music is by Crowbar. The group's name is Crowbar. The song is called Oh What a Feeling. Once I chose that, it's like a 55-year-old song or something. So I kind of thought I need to start looking for music that's on the radio now, that the kids listen to, that you might hear while you're driving. So that inspired the opening, and that also inspired a couple of the transitions as well. So, for example, that's how this music was picked, and also my mood. I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good place, I'm celebrating, and I wanted Stars and Ice to be a party this year. So gone were the ballads, you know, gone was the slow, sad song. That just wasn't on the agenda for me this year. Well, as choreographer, director of the show, I'll tell you, when Sandra Bezic was my choreographer, director of Stars and Ice, she had a lot of control. She would basically just tell me what I was skating to, and then she told me what to do, and I did it. It's not quite like that anymore, mostly because we don't have the extended rehearsal period that we used to have. And so that limits us quite a bit as to what we can do. But you know, like, for example, Satoko, one of her solos, is completely theme-driven by the show. Keegan has given up one of his solos, so he'll have, well, I can't tell you, but he'll have some cool sting. That's still part of the secret. So I'm actually creating some of the solos. Deanna and Max, one of their solos, I'm helping create. So a little bit more than other years, I am influencing what they're doing as solos. Oh, okay. Firstly, to answer, I think the first question is, I'm happy to not be in the show because I have created 8 tours that travel the world, and I've been in every single one of them, and it's difficult to be in 2 places at once. It hinders me. Mostly it hinders me during rehearsal period where I'm trying to actually skate the piece and watch at the same time, and I occasionally am frustrated by that. This process has been all in. I am all in as a creator. I don't have to take my role. How do I place myself into the show? How does that relate to the other skaters? That's all off the table. It's refreshing. I'm really enjoying it, and I think it makes me a better choreographer, and it gives me more chance to think about what the skaters need from over here. I know Jeff Buttle, sometimes he's been in the show and sometimes he hasn't, and I think that Jeff Buttle would probably agree with me. It's easier to do your job when you aren't in the show. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, of course, there's things I want to do. I'm skating the group numbers alone with Alyssa, working on it, and then I have to step out and let someone else skate. Yeah, there's moments where you're like, oh, I want to be in it, or jokes that I want to be a part of. But it's okay. It's my turn to have this role, and I'm happy with it. I think the very first time I didn't really realize that the choreographer had so much to do with the skaters' personal lives and decisions, the lights, and how the show really functions. I think when I first came in, I just kind of thought, you have to make steps and the skaters do them. Yeah, that's the sort of the beginning, or that's the base of it, but it is so much bigger and better than that. And you have to take into consideration. So I've had to take my blinders from the choreography and really open them up and pretend I'm Sandra Bezic, because she seemed to be able to see everywhere at once when she was a director choreographer. And so I think that that's been the biggest thing that's changed for me, is the responsibilities are bigger than I expected. I suppose one of the things that fans might not realize is there's a lot of times sitting alone, just thinking. Like, and then you go down a path, and then something changes, and then now you're going this way, and because you went that way, then that last thing you did doesn't matter anymore. So it's this constantly evolving thing when you're creating. Sometimes you just do an opening, end of Act 1, and a finale. But this show is very complicated. The show starts, come early to the shows, by the way, because it starts 10 minutes before the show, so don't be late. Little hint as to what's happening. So you have to really allow yourself to go in a direction, but then come back, because maybe there's something better over here. That's probably something that people don't realize when they see just the skating. I also wrote things for the show. Script, lyrics, and I had to create all that. So, little teaser there. So most skating shows, you don't do that as choreographer, and I did. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, is what I'm saying, that you don't see. It's not all on the ice. First thing that came to mind that did not make this show was linking Patrick and Piper and Paul in this story, this love triangle story that I created around an artist, a solo singing artist, and I just couldn't get them to all quite come on board, and so I had to lose it. I worked really hard on that idea, and that's okay. It just didn't quite get traction. And you have to let it go. You gotta let it go. I had an idea for Luna that was a whole solo, and literally in Japan last night, I had to let it go because it's the right decision. So sometimes you get emotionally attached to your decisions, and you have to be strong enough to listen to the smart people around you and take that advice and let it go. That's so Kurt. I could ask that Alyssa. I'm going to ask Alyssa. There we go. What in the show is so Kurt?
The feet, the fast footwork.
Is it fast? I think it's fast skating. It's not fast footwork, is there?
There's some fast feet.
Okay, yeah, so everybody everyone in a line doing a certain step that's in one piece, and then they change direction. That's very me. There was one moment where I had everyone go down to my foot. Everyone go like this, and everyone push the foot down like the clown character does, and it looked really bad. So we took it out. But watch Paul. He does it in the show. So that's definitely me. A little nod to the clown character.